later on, they became mishpacha. How? Their granddaughter married Rabbi Leff's son. Rabbi Leff is the head of Moshav Matisyahu, right? Okay, I gotta maybe get this place right. Moshav Matisyahu. And then, they, like he said, Lech Lecha Me'artzecha, all of a sudden they got this thing, and they said, oh, we're moving to Eretz Yisrael.
Wasn't all of a sudden.
Wasn't all of a sudden. Oh, you had a long time. See, I
We
never
were married 50 years when we came here.
Yeah, but you never told me that you wanted to move to Eretz Yisrael. I used to go and visit them in Florida. I used to go down to Florida as a teenager.
Oh, yeah.
And, right? I used to come down in Florida as a teenager in those days. And my uncle, you know, he's a little older than me, but we looked alike. Just like he said, my father looked like Uncle Teddy, and Uncle Teddy looked like my father. Uncle Teddy was a younger looking person than me. And those days I used to go hang out on the beach, Miami Beach. And I remember he came to pick me up once. I was on the beach, he was coming back from work, and all my friends would say to me, your brother is here. That made his day, you know, that he was my brother, he was coming to pick me up and everything. It made him feel young again, you know. So, but those are the good old days, and we used to come down there, all right? And then they came and they made Aliyah, right? Aliyah, they started off in Moshe Matisyahu, and then they came to RBS. They came to Ramat Beit Shemesh. And wherever I went, you know, and people would say to me, oh, you're new here? What's your name? And I would say, my name is Shlomi Goldsmith. He said, are you related to Goldsmith, the silversmith, the goldsmith? You know, I said, sure, that's my uncle. Oh, such a nice person. He had a Shem Tov. Everybody loved him. He did great work, and everybody used to bring their silver to him, and he used to spend time with you and explain to you how to take care of it, because he was a perfectionist. Whatever he did, he wanted to do it right and give you what you came for, to give you a perfect return, silver, whatever it was, whether it was becher, candelabra, leichter, whatever it was that he was doing. It had to be perfect, right? Also, he was Ohev Shalom, Rodev Shalom. He every time there was something going on, he would say, all right, forget about it. You know, he always smiled, like it was mentioned here. He always had a smile on his face. He had a schmeichel, all right? And even when I used to visit him, when he wasn't well, I'd wake him up and I'd say, Uncle Teddy, Uncle Teddy. He'd open his eyes, he'd look at me, and I'd say, you recognize me? And he would say something else, and then I'd tell him, no, it's Shlomi. He'd say, Shlomi, so good to see you. He would always have that smile on his face, even though we knew what he was going through, how he was suffering a little bit at that time, especially at the end. But he had that smile. He had that koyach to give you a smile, and he never complained. He never complained. He says, everything is good. HaKadosh Baruch Hu only does good. He had that amunah, that everything that was happening to him was for the best, for the good. And I think this is something we have to stress, that as we go through difficult times, we have to say, this is for the best. I might not understand it, but it's for the best. And that's what I think the message that Uncle Teddy lived his life by. It's always good, always smiling, looking to the next day, looking for the positive in everything that he did. And I think that's what we have to take. And his name says it all. His name was Tovia, Tov. That's it, Tov. He looked at every day as being a good day. And I think that's the message for all of us as we sit here today and we're remembering Uncle Teddy, is that everything Yehi Tov will be good, and it should be good. Amen.
Amen.